Let's see. Is that you watching?
No.
Oh. Hello, everybody. Well, the 2 people up to now. I hope everybody's okay. Just been enjoying Children in Need night. I can't actually see who's online at the minute, but if you can put your names up, put a comment up, please. Like and share, and we'll get going, see what we can do. Hope everybody's okay. It's absolutely freezing here in Rotherham, South Yorkshire. I don't know what it's like where everybody else is, but our heating's on. I'm layering, so hopefully I'll keep the chill out. Right. If you can put comments up, so just say hello so I can see your name, see who's on, because I don't know who's watching at the minute. While I'm somebody put an angry face up. I don't know what I've done already, but I've got an angry face on. I'm hoping that's a mistake. I'm hoping it was supposed to be a smiley. Had an interesting week this week. Went to South Road Spiritualist Church last night, which was really good, except sat-nav got me lost and I ended up 6 streets away from where I should have been, and it was quite a walk, but lovely evening, lovely energy up at South Road in Walkley. So if anybody's close by, absolutely brilliant church to go to. We love South Road. I'm in a new church, well, a new centre for me. Sunday, we're off to Scotter in North Lincolnshire, which I'm really looking forward to. Another angry face. I don't know what that's about. I'm sorry if I'm upsetting people already. I've only been live for 3 minutes and 35 seconds. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a new centre. There's myself and Jean Pearson going down. What else have we got going on?
We've got Rainbow Wings are doing that thing.
Rainbow Wings are doing a psychic supper on the 1st of December. I'm going to be there. I think Anna Moulton's going to be there, if I remember correctly.
She is.
So yeah, looking forward to that. That should be a good evening. Sorry, this laptop's doing strange things again. There we are. Right, there we go. So yeah, Rainbow Wings, Psychic Supper, and then I'm at Percy Street in Rotherham with a lovely lady called Anne Madison, so we shall see. I still can't see any names coming up, so I don't know who I've got watching me. But I do know there's somebody watching me that is connecting with what's your name, sweetheart? As she's coming forward, she's talking about the younger male down here who's I'm feeling quite chesty. So there's a younger male down here to this lady who's got a problem with.
Just trying to see how you get comments.
I don't know. Should be here. Sorry, Michael's just come and stood beside me.
I was trying to figure out how you put comments on.
Ah, there we are. All of a sudden they've come up. There we go.
Amazing.
Yeah. There's a lady connecting with me from Spirit, and she's talking about the younger male down here from her who has a problem with his chest, and she wants to send healing that way. She's coming through with she's talking about August for a birthday, and she's making me aware of March for a passing. I don't know, lovely. I don't know. Okay. Where am I going? She's telling me to look at the list. And I'm looking at the list. But I can only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 names, and one of those is mine. And another one of those is my sister. So, hi Lisa. I don't think I'm with you at the minute though. Okay. Teresa Dugan, would you understand a male energy and spirit who would come through as quite a tall gentleman, broader than myself? He's quite a nicely built chap as he's coming in, but he's telling me at the end of his life he would have lost some weight at the end of his life. He's making me feel that he's he would have been quite an outgoing, happy gentleman when he was on this side of life. And he's also talking about somebody in the family who will be good with working with the hands, working with woodwork, metalwork, that type of thing. Where we work with our hands and we're quite handy. We would go to this person to put shelves up, to fix a door, to that type of thing. He wants to talk about periods in life where come on, slow down a bit, because you're making me feel breathless. Just slow down. Okay. He's wanting me to talk about going back not such a long time where things would have been quite rocky. This would have been quite a rough period of time. I'm seeing a bit of hills and stuff to get over. But he's saying we kept our head up and we got on with it and we got through it. Okay, there's no more comments coming up, so I can't see if there's any feedback on that. But I do feel like this gentleman's really strong, and he's coming to Teresa. He's talking about now we've got over this rough, rocky type period. We're more optimistic. He's telling me we're starting to make longer term plans. Okay. All right. This gentleman's also telling me that to overcome what you've overcome required inner strength, great determination, focus on what we want out of life and go for it. What else? Okay. I want to say there's somebody around as well, connected with this family, where what this gentleman's telling me is focus too much on where we want to be, less focus on the journey to get there. So I'm almost getting the sense of it's the type of thing I'm getting where I want to be a doctor, but I don't want to do all hard work to get there. I just want it done, and this is just how he's showing me, and it's around somebody in the family. But around you, there's a desire for a change, for something new start, new beginning. I want to say this is a completely different direction to what we've done before. And this is going to be a really good for growth, for your development, for you spiritually. I'm just seeing really colourful, positive energies going forward in and around you at this moment, or going forward. I also want to say that there's a lady connecting as well around the same family, and she's as she's coming in, God love her, she would have been very pragmatic. She would have been very tell it how it is. Don't flower it up. Just say what you need to say and get on and move on. Yeah, she's saying get in, get it done, and get out. So just she wouldn't have flowered things up. She'd have just said it as it was and just got on. She also wants to tell me that there's what are you showing me? What are you showing me? Okay, yeah. She's making me aware of a situation whereby what what is that? What is that? It's almost the don't cry over spilled milk thing. What's done's done. It's in the past. You can't change it. Learn the lessons from it and move forward. And very much, she's shown me that she would have been very much the glass half full type of lady, because she's telling me there's always a positive, there's always something you can learn from a situation, no matter how yeah, being very careful because she's quite a straight talking lady. No matter how rubbish the situation is, there's always something you can pick up and take from it, and it can help you moving forward, because you'd always remember never ever to make that mistake again. And she is really funny. She is making me laugh. She would have had a really nice sense of humour. She's also talking about. You're going to have to help me out because I don't know what that is. I really need my granddad to come forward, because she's showing me some flowers and I don't know what they are that she's showing me. Come on, help me out here. What are they? Oh, are they irises? Right, okay. She showed me irises, but they're not an iris I've ever seen before, so that's why I was confused. But it is an iris she's showing me, so I hope somebody on here can take all of what I'm saying. I thought it was with Teresa, but I'm not sure, because I can't see any comments or feedback coming up. So I'm hoping anybody on the feed tonight, 54. Wow, that's pretty good. Can take what's come through, because it's because she's stepping back now. So yeah, I'm getting a different link now. It's just flashed up. So I've got a message. Can you check the phone? My phone. Sorry, I just heard it ping and then it came up on there and said I've got a message. So I'm hoping.
She's Google saying she lost connection.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Okay. Let's see. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm still struggling a little bit with my sciatic nerve. So I've pulled my angel cards out and I'm just using them as a tool to help me connect, because I'm needing a bit of support with it tonight, because I'm still in quite a bit of pain. So I'm hoping I can get through it tonight better than I did on Monday or Tuesday or whenever it was. I can't remember now. Okay. Where am I going now? Okay. Where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? Why have I got that? Okay. Right, I have got I've got another gentleman's energy that's coming through to connect with me, and I don't feel this gentleman would be of great age. He's putting himself slightly older than me, so I reckon we're going into late 50s, early 60s with this gentleman, and I do feel it was a sudden passing. It feels very much like he's still got a good head of hair, darker than mine, so mid-brown. He's coming through on a very, very close family link with whoever I'm connecting to on the feed. I feel like the person he wants to come through to on the feed is would have been younger than him. So I'm going on like a younger brother or sister or that type of age with this person, cousin maybe, something like that. He's given me the impression that whatever took him to spirit, like I say, it was quick. But that's all he's given me about it. I don't know whether this is an illness or what, because he's just not coming through with that. It's almost like that's not what he wants to be talking about. What he really wants to be talking about is this guy would have liked he'd have liked cars. He'd have been a proper enthusiast about cars and all things.
Deanna says she can take it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. He's also talking about the I don't know what on earth that is. Okay. Right. Whoever he's connecting to down here is wanting me to say that keep working at it, because he's showing me under the bonnet of an engine, and you just keep tinkering and tinkering until you get there. The situation you're in or the situation around you, he wants you to just keep chipping away at it, and you will get the resolution you're looking for. He's telling me at the minute you've got several other things going on in your life, and it's where are you putting your energies and your priorities. He's saying, again, I use it a lot, but it's so true. If you can't change or influence something, why are you putting your energy and resources into it if it's not within your gift to sort out? So what he's saying is, of everything that's going on in your life at the minute, look at these situations one by one, and those things that you can't change and you can't put your energy in, you can't influence directly to get a resolution, almost leave it to spirit to look after, because they can do more about these situations than you can. Put your resources and your energies into those things that you can change and you can influence. The particular situation this gentleman's referring me to is telling me there are other people involved in this situation and they don't want the same resolution that you do. So just be careful about your battles and who it is that you're. It's almost pick your fight, pick your battles, and be very careful with your timing as well around this situation. Make sure you're going in at just the right time to get out the things that you want. He's saying that if you've got you are really clever, really bright, and you can think your way around these situations. You've got quite a creative way of thinking, so that will give you an advantage in these situations. You want Sorry, I just felt there was somebody here. Okay. Right. It wants me to reference somebody around you who can really achieve, because I'm getting big balloons and big success, and they've really done well, and he wants to acknowledge from spirit that they appreciate that, and they've been watching, and they can celebrate with you. Okay, where are we going? This gentleman's telling me he would be quite the life and soul at sort of family get-togethers and things. He's telling me he would be the practical joker. He'd love things like karaoke. He would love laughter. He would really love laughter. Okay. He wants me to send healing to somebody down here, and I'm getting digestive problems, lower stomach, bowel, that type of feeling going on. So he just wants to send some healing energy that way. Okay, he's right. There's somebody upstairs with this chap, and I want to go almost like a stroke type condition, because I just suddenly feel very disorientated, got a headache, I've got the numbness down my face and my arm. So I want a stroke condition. I also want to say that this person, I can't say that. Can I say that?
No.
Okay. I've got to say it. There would have been a proper Mardy bum, this person, but in that funny sort of Victor Meldrew type way that there's one in every family, and I can think of 2 or 3 in and around my family that are the person I was working with before was always the glass half full. This person will be always the glass half empty, and that I would have, even if you gave me the crown jewels, I would sort of complain about, well, who's going to clean all that lot then, and that type of thing. They're just, it's that type of humour that's coming through with this person. Before the pass with this stroke type condition, and they're making me laugh because they're saying that that made them worse. This condition that they had towards the end of their life just made it 10 times worse than it already was. Okay, this feels like a lady as she's coming closer. She feels like a lady, and I feel I would have been not very tall, about 5'7", 5'8". Quite a a well-proportioned lady, but once these illnesses, she's telling me, caught up with her, we went a little bit frail and very petite. Okay. Having said all this about her, that she was a right Mardy bum, she's telling me that you could have her last Rolo if she had it to give. The family were everything to her. Okay. She wants me to pass on to the person that I'm connecting with down here that she's really glad to see the family values that she had still in the family. She loves the fact that we still have family gatherings, family get-togethers. She's talking about a gathering coming up. I know we're coming up to Christmas. That's not what she's talking about. She's talking about the special event coming up where the family will be gathered and she will be there, as will the rest of the family from Spirit. She's telling me that I've got to go to February, and around the back end of a month, give me the date. I want to say around the 25th, 26th of a month, significant to the family as well. She's also talking about a passing. Is that your name or is that the month? Because she's given me May and she's given me June. Now I don't know if the passing's in May and her name's June, or the passing was in June and her name's May, or if there's a passing in May and June. But that's just the way she's given it to me. Okay. I want to talk about the younger lady down here who's connected to this family, who needs to be careful because there's some sort of disagreement or falling out in and around the friend circle, and not to get dragged into it. That's their rubbish to deal with. Don't get involved because you're close to both people that are involved in the situation, and not to get dragged into taking sides because nobody wins when that happens. That's just what she's coming through with. In fact, she's saying in her time, she'd have just banged their heads together and said, for goodness sake, get over yourselves. There's more important things to be dealing with than the rubbish that's going on. But that was just her, she's saying. And I don't advocate banging people's heads together in any way, shape or form, because that's not really nice. Okay. My comments feed's frozen again. I'm really going to have to get my head around how this thing works properly. Where am I now? Okay. Right. Again, I can't see who's on, so I don't know where I'm going with this one. Right. Oh, that's moved it a bit. Okay. Right. I want to be with somebody who could understand Say that again. That's blast from the past. Okay, I've got Gracie Fields. Gracie Fields. So I'm hoping I've not got Gracie Fields literally, because that would be strange. I want to say I've got. It's the name Grace. It's the name Grace that's significant. That's what I'm feeling from it. And I want to say no. No, you'll have to give me that again. I want to say that when she passed, it was the end of the long battle when she passed to spirit, and it was her time to go, and it was just it almost feels like she'd made peace with the fact that she was going to go. This definitely feels like some sort of cancer type condition or a degenerative condition with this lady, because I feel like it went on for quite a while before we passed to spirit. I want to say breathing was affected, because I'm wanting to breathe really deeply and I can't. Also some hospitalization, because I can feel the oxygen mask and the tubes, and I can hear the machines around me. I'm in and out of hospital. It feels like a second home, she's telling me, before I pass. Okay. And she's saying Gracie, Gracie again, so she's reinforcing that for me. Okay. She's telling me as well that she could be quite a fiery lady. She could be opinionated. She could, but saying that, if she had something to say to you, she'd say it, and that was it, done as far as she was concerned. If you wanted to hold a grudge, that's up to you. But you have your say. If you tell her your opinions, it's fine. It's your opinion, and we're all welcome to our own opinions. She did take the huff, and she would hope that nobody took the huff with her. She just feels like things have to be said. And that's what she's bringing forward. Whoever I'm with down here needs to have their say around a situation, because it's like constantly taking the top off a scab. Not saying your piece is just keeping the wound open. I know I gave a stomach condition before, but it's back again. It's back again. I want to say I feel like I've got dreadful reflux, indigestion, that type of feeling, and I want that for somebody down here. And I don't know who I'm with. I feel like I'm with a female down here. I feel like so it's a lady that's on the feed that I'm talking to. Okay. I also want to talk about relationships and developing relationships down here. She's talking about just be careful. You tend to wear your heart on your sleeve, because she's taken me to my where am I? To my tattoos, and she's making them look like a heart. So you've got your heart on your sleeve, So just be careful around relationships because you tend to go in heart and soul. That she's also making me feel like there are okay, there's a gentleman step forward with her as well, and okay, that makes more sense now. You've come in, sir. Thank you. I feel I've got a grandma and a granddad, and we're together. And when we were down here, we would have been. I'm sure most of you down here are too young, but I'm getting Darby and Joan, which were, I believe, a couple that were on TV or something, and they were always together, and that's the feeling I've got with this couple as they're coming through.
Darby and Joan were senior citizens.
That's also what's coming through. Then that Michael's just said Darby and Joan were senior citizens, and that's the feeling I've got. We knew each other from being young, and we grew old together. One passed not that long before the other because I don't feel we were apart for very long. And okay, we're saying we heard people say that the other one died of a broken heart, and that was almost true. We just gave up the will to live, and we just wanted to go. All right. Okay. They want to bring that to somebody down here as well because there's a relationship down here, and they're talking about it's almost like watching them because these two people are like, although we're opposites, we fit together very well. And they're really pleased because they're making me put my thumb up. I shouldn't be waving my hands around because Adele and Emma and everybody's on watching, and they're getting a sneak preview of the nails, and that was going to be a reveal tomorrow night, and I think I've just spoilt it, but there we are. Okay.
Denise McIntosh says grandparents died within 2 days of each other.
Wow. Does everything else fit, Denise? Because I feel the lady had quite a long illness before she passed. The gentleman, as he comes through, he's feeling quite a slim gentleman, not as tall as me. I'm 5'11", so he's either my height or a little bit shorter than me. Lovely gentleman. I know I said the old lady could be quite feisty and colourful and things when she was younger, but he feels like he would have complemented that really well because he would have been quiet and only had something to say when he needed to. Denise, if this is you, then I'm getting that you've got something in mind that's further down the line, and it's like this is something that's always been an ambition or a dream or something like that, and we've been starting to think about whether this could actually be put into place or can be achieved, and they're just saying focus, you can do it, just keep that in mind, make sure you take all the right steps, dot the I's, cross the T's, and we can get to where we want to be. Okay, we're being held back because we've got that, but what if it goes wrong, but what if it goes wrong? And they're just reinforcing it with, if you take small enough steps, if you make sure you've weighed things up, you've done your pros and cons, and you know exactly the steps you want to take, just follow your heart, they're saying. Don't overthink it in the sense that make sure you've got everything, but don't, because at the minute I feel you're talking yourself into it, and then we're talking ourselves out of it, and then we're talking ourselves back into it, and we could be doing this till we're 85, is what I'm getting. So it's time to set your stall out to make that decision and start putting things in place to get to where you want to be. Okay. I'm seeing a rose. I'm seeing just a small pink rose. And I want to give you that. A pink rose is affection from spirit, and I'm wanting to hand that out. But also I feel Rose or Rosemary or Rosemary, or that there's a name around Rose that you'd understand upstairs in the spirit realm. But I want to go back a bit with this. If it's not grandma, it's great grandma or a great aunt. It's that far back that I'm going with this one. And I don't know if I'm with the same family. It was Denise, wasn't it? But I'm getting a Jeffrey. And I've just heard Robin. I doubt Robin's on because it'll be really, really early over in Australia now, but I've just heard Robin. Or do you mean Robin the bird? I don't. You're going to have to give me a bit more. Give me something to work with. The only thing I can get is when you see a robin close to you in the garden, it's supposed to be a sign that spirit are around. Because I am getting a flash of the picture postcard thing with a post with a bit of snow on top and a robin stood on top of it. So they've been working a bit strange with me, but there we are. Okay, they are stepping back. So see if I can get one more before we go back to children in need, people. Hope they do really well tonight. Okay. All right, where am I? Okay. Right. I want to say I've got a younger energy with me. Late 30s, early 40s, this energy feels like they're coming forward with. This young person, young to me, with me being 50, nearly 51. I'm hearing the leader of the pack. What else are you giving me? It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. I think we're going back to that sort of era, which is really odd. I want to be around somebody who would have liked to have gone out, socialised, danced. I feel I'm with a lady. I feel I'm with a lady that in spirit. She feels like she would be quite a tall lady. She'd have been my height, not much smaller, so 5'10", 5'11". She'd have been quite well covered. I feel like I want my hair pulled up. My hair won't pull up, but you know what I mean. I feel like it was pulled back off my face. And I want to say this was quite a fast passing for this lady. She went quite quickly to spirit. Having said that, I do feel we had periods of illness before we passed. So I want to say this is something like we had. All right, my love. I've got a breast cancer ribbon tattooed on my chest, and she's taken me there. So this lady would have had a breast cancer, and then complications from that, and then something else happened, complications from that, and then we just went. That's how she's bringing it to me. She's telling me somebody down here connected to her, or one of her children down here has the desire to move forward and feels like things are holding them back. She's telling me to say the only thing that's holding you back is you. You can change these things that are holding you back and move forward in the direction you want to. She's very, very proud of all of her family that are left down here. She's showing me a photograph of this is a wedding photograph, and I don't, it's not her wedding, but she's in the photograph, so I don't know. This is something like, you know, the photo, when the photographer takes the photograph and it's the bride, the bride's mum and the groom's dad, and then on the other side there's the groom's dad and the bride's mum. That's the picture I'm seeing in my head, that she's showing me, and she's showing me in a frame. Okay. Okay. I want to go to. Come on, take that away. I want to say there's a gentleman with her, and okay, lovely. This gentleman's presenting himself in a fashion that is again, I'm getting the lung conditions with this gentleman. This is like an emphysema type feeling. It's like, it feels like my asthma, but like 5,000 times worse. And I feel like in my lifetime I'd have smoked, I'd have enjoyed a drink. Not saying we're an alcoholic, but I would have enjoyed a drink. I'd have enjoyed socialising. He is telling me he was a bit of he would have enjoyed the company of ladies. That's how he's bringing himself across to me. But he's coming across the cheeky chappy type of manner. He'd have been flirty. He would have been a nice looking guy in his time. And he's showing me that he's. Say that again. Okay. I've got Geordie. I've got Geordie, which, where I'm from up north, that's that's a play on the name George. So I don't know if he's telling me his name or if he's acknowledging a George that he would have known while he was here. I want to go to the 14th of a month. He's given me the 14th of a month as being significant. He's also talking about what name's that? I don't normally work with names, and I find it hard to get names. And he's trying to give it to me, and I'm struggling to take it off him. So just bear with me a minute. Susie, he's acknowledging Susie. That's upstairs with him. So Susie is upstairs with him. Okay. And he's telling me he went quickly to spirit. So whatever this condition was with the lungs, although he did suffer with it, the passing was quite quick. So he's just acknowledging that as well. He also wants me to talk about September as being significant for an anniversary or a birthday, because I'm seeing celebrations rather than floral tributes, which mean it's a passing for me. And he's showing me a garden, and it's lovely. It's a really nicely kept garden, and he's talking about memories of being in the garden. And I don't know if this was when he was a child or it's his garden with children in it, but he's just showing me the garden, and it's a lovely garden. It's got lots of flowers in it, and it's got the lawn. And what he's wanting to give to whoever I'm working with down here is he wants that sense of fun, that sense of enjoyment back in your life. And again, he's reinforcing the focus and the moving forward. And with that, they are giving me red and pink roses for everybody that's on the feed, and saying they want to leave the love of spirit with you. And with that, they are pulling back. So I am calling it a night.
So let's talk about stuff we've got coming up. We've got a feed tomorrow.
Yes, we have got a feed tomorrow night. We are live from, it's a private house, so we're not going to give any location away because it is a private house we're going into. It's going to be a house investigation and then a one-to-one setting, but there are two mediums going to be there tomorrow night. There's going to be myself and Jean Pearson. We have, I believe, got South Empsall Church the week after.
Which is an investigation.
Which is another investigation, and I'm going to try and do something a bit different up there as well. Then I think up until the middle of January, and Adele and Emma will be able to comment and tell me if I'm right, we've got private residences booked right up until then. There's another venue Michael and I are going to try and get into following that, where it'll be the same thing. It'll be an investigation followed by a one-to-one in a group setting. That's not a one-to-one, is it? No, what I meant is group readings is what I meant, not a one-to-one at all. If there's a group there, that's just silly. Like I said, I've got a spiritualist centre in North Lincolnshire on Sunday. Rainbow Wings on the 1st, Percy Street on the 3rd, and
which is in Rotherham.
Which is in Rotherham. It's in the centre of Rotherham, as I believe. So please, if you can pop along. We're at the Unity Centre in the middle of Rotherham near Eastwood every Thursday for an open circle. I haven't been for a few weeks because I've not been feeling so great and I've had other things on. But there's always a warm welcome from that centre, and there's lovely energy there. There is, and It's £2, and that gets you a cup of tea or coffee and a raffle. So hope to see you all around soon. I will organise another live feed in the very near future. So keep watching my page, and I'll send out an event invite.
And if anybody's interested in one-to-ones.
And if anybody's interested in one-to-ones, drop me a message. Or
encourage them to share to their friends.
Yes, and share, pass on. I want a big following. I want more people so we can have a good time and spread the love of spirit. And I shall see you all very, very soon. Bye for now. Come on, stop.
You still on?
I know. I'm pressing the button and it's not working. The timer stopped.